Yes, my name is Kathu and welcome to my channel. Kathu. So in our last lesson, when we were talking about the trick for mastering table 4, I left you with one question for practice. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll leave the link to that video in the description box below so that you're all on the same page. So what was the question? Work out this, divide by 4, okay? So when you see a question like this, you should automatically know that you need to know table 4, okay? So we should first start by writing table 4. Do you remember what you said about that? I won't go into much detail today, but this is certainly what we said about table 4. You can check out that video for more information. So this is our table 4. 4 times 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 times 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? And now that we have our table 4, we can answer this question easily. Okay? So let's go through the question. Okay. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. Okay? 4 divided by 4 is 1. Are we together? So we'll write our 1 here because 1 times 4 is 4. And 4 minus 4 is 0. Okay? The next step is to drop the 9. When you drop the 9, where does 9 fall in table 4? 9 is in between this and this. Okay? So we'll use 8 because 8 is less than 9. Okay, so we'll write a 2 because 2 times 4 is 8. So we'll write a 2 over here. So because 2 times 4 is 8. 9 minus 8 is 1. Okay? When you drop the 2, we'll have 12. Okay? Where does 12 fall here? 12 is here. Okay? So that means we'll write a 3 here because 3 times 4, as we've seen, is 12. And 12 minus 12 is 0. Okay? The next step will be to drop the 8. Where does 8 fall here? 8 is here. Okay, so we'll write a 2 here because 2 times 4, as we've seen, is 8. And 8 minus 8 is 0. Okay, so the final step will be to drop the last digit, which is 4. 4 is here. Okay, so we'll write a 1 here because 1 times 4 is 4. And 4 minus 4 is 0. And just like that, we have our answer. Are we together? So the answer to this question is this: 12,321. That was quite easy, right? Okay. So now that we've done that, let's cover today's lesson. In our previous lessons, we've been talking about the tricks. In our previous lessons, we covered the tricks for mastering table 1, 2, 3, and 4. So today, I'd like us to learn a trick that will help us master table 5. Okay? Let's get started, shall we? So, for table 5, we'll draw the same table that we drew for table 2. A table that has 5 columns and 2 rows. 5 columns and 2 rows, okay? So after we draw that table, what do we write? Okay? So for the digits in the ones number place, all we need to do is write 5 and 0, 5 and 0, 5 and 0 interchangeably, okay? So that means that when we write 5 for the first one, we'll write a 0 in the next one. Then 5, then 0, like that, like that. Okay? And whatever you do to the first row, we'll do it to the second row as well. Okay, so let's do that. So we have a 5, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0. Okay? Okay, so what do we now write in the tens place? For the tens place, we write the numbers from 0 to 5 in ascending order. Ascending order just means from the smallest to the largest, okay? So you write the numbers from 0 to 5 in ascending order, but you keep repeating the numbers between 1 to 4, okay? Does that sound confusing? Okay, in short, all I'm saying in very simple terms is we'll just continue with the patterns that you've been using for tables 2, 3, and 4. Okay? Remember how we said that we have an exception every time we have a 0 in the ones place? So that's the same thing that's happening here. Whenever we see a 0 in the ones place, that means that we'll write a new digit in the tens place. Okay? So we'll start with a 0 here. Okay? Yeah, but because we have a 0 in the ones place, we'll write a 1 here, and we'll do the same thing here as well, okay? But when we get to the second 0, we'll be expected to write 2, which is a different digit. Okay, so in short, we'll basically be changing digits every time we have a 0 in the ones place. Are we together? So now we'll have 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, we have a 0 here, so we'll write 3, 3, 4, 4, then 5. Okay? And yeah, and just like that, you have your table 5. Okay, so that's all you need to understand. Every time you have a 0 in the ones number place, we are expected to write a new digit. Okay? And you also need to remember that we are supposed to write all the numbers from 0 to 5 in ascending order, okay? And just like that, you have your table 5, okay? This is 5 times 1, times 2, times 3, times 4, times 5, times 6, times 7, times 8, times 9, and times 10. Okay? Do you see how easy that was? That was a walk in the park. Okay? So 5 times 1. 5 times 1 is 5. Okay? 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 4 is 20. Okay? 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 8 is 40. Okay? 5 times 9 is 45. And 5 times 10 is 50. Are we together? And that's all for table 5. So as usual, I'll leave you with one question for practice. Work out this 49,630 divided by 5. Okay? That's basically it. Math is quite easy and fun, right? Exactly. Practice makes perfect. If you enjoyed the lesson, feel free to like, share, because sharing is caring, and subscribe so that you don't miss any time I upload a new video. See you in 2 weeks' time, same place, same time. Bye!